It's nighttime across America, and with the dark come rest, sleep, and dreams. But not everyone is looking forward to going to sleep. Tim is a war veteran with a problem.
A lot of nightmares about Vietnam. They can't make out who's who, what's what. Everything's kind of a mass confusion.
Dream labs like this one in Cincinnati are studying the sleep process and are meeting with some success in analyzing dreams and easing nightmares. In the past few years, the interest in sleep and dreams has mushroomed. In 1985, there were 46 accredited sleep disorder clinics in the USA. Now there are 114 dealing with everything from insomnia to nightmares. Experts say peaceful, undisturbed sleep is vital to our health.
It alters how one feels, and dreaming particularly seems involved with how happy or unhappy one feels.
Scientists still don't know why we dream, but they think they know where dreams come from the back of the brain, not on the creative right side, but the practical left side. As for what dreams mean, one school of thought is that everyone in the dream is the dreamer. Each character represents part of the dreamer's personality, and the drama is a reflection of life and its problems, kind of an emotional thermostat.
When we're dreaming, the subconscious is offering a communication or message to the conscious mind.
Doctors say the message to Anne is loud and clear.
The children were playing, and she was there dancing around. But there was no tie-in between the lady and the children. And all of a sudden, the bell rang, and I guess the kids had to go back to school. And the lady just watched them go off.
Anne's a former school teacher whose career was ended by a brain injury.
There were children and an attractive adult woman, and they were sort of in the open and free, yet the two were not involved with each other. There was no interaction between them. Though this is a woman who's a school teacher and who tells us that it's something she would like to get back to doing again.
Everyone dreams, though not everyone can remember doing it. More and more of those who do are seeking answers.
Detroit School of Metaphysics.
Here in Detroit, an increasing number of callers find dream analysts ready to help, even with nightmares.
When I did look at him, his eyes looked like two balls of fire and his head looked like it was full of snakes. The first impression I got was that he was the devil.
Nightmares are the subconscious mind's way of shaking you by the shoulders and saying, hey, look at this.
Researchers can teach you to alter your dreams by recognizing you are in control of the dream, by stopping the dream if you don't like it, and by scripting and rehearsing your own plot before you go to sleep. Experts believe that once we recognize that dreams are part of the solution instead of the problem, we can all sleep better. 27 schools across the USA will start up the Dream Hotline again from April 28th to the 30th. For more information, you can call the School of Metaphysics in Missouri at 417-345-8411, and folks there can tell you more about the hotline. I have to tell you, it's probably related to this business, but one that I have over and over again is almost a nightmare of coming out onto the stage and not having lines or not knowing the lines that are supposed to be said. Do you have one like that?
Yeah, I did. I have a frequent dream like that. But it's interesting. I was talking to Mickey Mantle one time, name dropping. I was doing an interview with him, and he was telling me about a recurring nightmare he has about going to Yankee Stadium, being all dressed up in his uniform, getting stuck in the fence, and hearing now batting number 7, Mickey Mantle, seeing all the guys, and he can't get through the fence, and he wakes up sweating. And he told me the reason he thinks he has that dream is because he cut his career short, didn't attain all the records that he thought he could, because he didn't take care of himself.
Boy, how do you ever solve that dream?
Yeah, that would be...
That's wonderful.
New hotline for dreamers. An actual dream hotline. Whitneyville, Missouri College has established a number that you can call to get your dreams explained and perhaps get rid of the uncomfortable ones. Such as the nervous executive who dreams that he has walked into a crowded boardroom only to discover that he is entirely naked. Or the news commentator who dreams that he can't find his broadcast notes or his speech notes and the clock is ticking. Or maybe he can't find a washroom when he needs one urgently. Well, you will be able to telephone your dream to any of 15 satellite campuses and get it decoded starting this weekend.
If you have a dream of the death of a person, then that tells you that that quality of yourself is changing or has changed at that particular time.
she and her brother would be visiting her soon. Is this some sort of subconscious wish on her part to join her aunt?
Yes, it can be. It means that there's a inner desire to have the qualities that that aunt has. You know, when we have a good relationship and it feels so close being around another person, it's because each individual supplies qualities of learning that the other person doesn't have in themselves. So the two halves kind of balance each other out. And many times when we lose a person due to death, we feel a loss because we haven't understood that particular learning that they have made a part of themselves.
Nor do we really sometimes feel as though we've communicated as much with that person as we would have liked to. How many times have I heard people say, gee, if I only knew?
School Metaphysics has been researching, studying, teaching the development of human consciousness and potential, the cultivation of excellence in ourselves as individuals and as citizens of the world for over a quarter century now. That includes the endeavor of dreams. Dreams are a universal phenomenon. Everyone on the planet experiences dreams. And there's so much to discover about dreams. And that's what much of our activity has been directed to. The National Dream Hotline that Paul Harvey just spoke about was created 10 years ago. And I can remember in those first 15 years, before the hotline was created, driving down the highway and listening to Paul Harvey, respecting what he had to offer, enjoying his particular sense of humor and his insight, his wisdom, as well as his delivery of real reporting. Being a journalist myself, I respect that sort of thing. When the hotline began in 1989 as a national endeavor to man phone lines the last weekend in April every year, so that people could call and have their dreams interpreted, have their questions answered about dreams. I was traveling quite a bit, and as I would travel, I would imagine that someday Paul Harvey would be talking about the School Metaphysics or the National Dream Hotline on his show. And it took 9 years, but indeed he is starting to. He's done it for 2 years now in a row, and as has many newspapers, radio, television, people involved in the media have, in large part, helped us to spread the word that we are researching this area. We have discovered some startling information that is relevant to people's everyday life, and the kind of research that we're doing really is visionary in many ways. It is revealing the education that will happen for the third millennium of our existence on this planet. As many creations, this particular collection, video collection, had a very innocent and meager beginning. The original idea was stimulated by a reporter for 2020, ABC's news magazine, wanting to have some footage or video of what we might offer and how it might then be usable to them. Looking through our archives of different television shows that we've done, different interviews by different people throughout the history of the school, I found some very rich insights, and many of the questions that people have been asking and will probably continue to ask until the answers become part of our collective consciousness. What do certain kinds of dreams mean? What about near-death experiences? What about people that we meet in dreams who have died? What about death in a dream? What about clairvoyant dreams? What about problem solving in dreams? All of these questions we've been researching for years, and we have answers to them. The openness of consciousness is very much the work that we do. And so in researching these different archives, I found some very insightful, sometimes comical, always entertaining, and always enlightening interviews and segments that this collection will share with you. So I welcome you to the wonderful world of dreams as seen through researchers' eyes and in what it can reveal to you.
National Dream Hotline this weekend only.